Nico Iamaleava is hitting the transfer portal after contract negotiations between him and Tennessee broke down. He didn't show up to Friday's practice. And right after Josh Heupel addressed the team, he told them that they would be moving on from Nico Iamaleava, essentially telling them they'll go kick rocks. He was set to make $2.7 million this year, which is a lot of money for somebody his age. But apparently that wasn't enough. Dan Lanning tipped off, allegedly, Josh Heupel that Nico's father was shopping him around in the portal. And I'm normally somebody that's pro player in these situations. I have no issue with Nico and his family seeking the bag. But eventually we have to draw a line between chasing the bag and also chasing development, chasing good coaching, chasing a good situation that puts you in the best situation to make an even bigger bag by getting to the next level and getting that second contract in the NFL. I agree with Tennessee in this situation. There was no reason to overpay and reset the college football NIL quarterback market by giving Nico $4 million for a guy who has a lot of potential, but didn't play that well last season. He had 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. The majority of those touchdowns came against non-ranked opponents. Not really too many good teams that Nico played good against. He only threw 4 touchdowns in all of Tennessee's ranked matchups. Nico also is leaving a offense that kind of manufactures quarterback production. It's not easy to go from the air raid offense to a traditional offense within the span of 3 months. You kind of have to reprogram yourself as a quarterback. Josh Heupel losing Nico definitely is a huge gut punch. This was the guy who he invested a lot of money into coming out of high school. They were flying him out on recruiting visits in private jets. They went to war with the NCAA over Nico. This is definitely the worst case scenario for Tennessee, but they got a few other highly touted quarterbacks on the roster that I expect can give just as good, or if not, maybe better production than what Nico could have given them this year. Based off how he played last year, there definitely is a lot better that you can do at the position. Nico wasn't really a huge reason why Tennessee made it to the playoffs either. Dylan Sampson and elite defense mainly carried Nico throughout the season. And as I said earlier, the priority should be making it to the NFL. That's where the generational money is. If you're trying to retire your folks off this college NIL money, you're going about this the wrong way. Look, you can say chase a bag all you want to. Players deserve to get theirs, but chasing money in the sense where you're just trying to go to the team that's willing to pay you the most doesn't necessarily always put you in the best situation to succeed. There's a reason why they say money is the root of all evil. And I'll be hard-pressed to find another program that's going to be willing to pay the big asking price that Nico and his family are seeking. USC has already came out and said that they're out on him. Oregon doesn't seem to be interested in him neither. So where are his options? Where is going to be the next destination for Nico Iamaleava with the season only a few months around the corner? My prediction is he either goes to UCLA or Sacramento State. You might be laughing at me saying Sacramento State, JT, get serious. No, I am being serious. Sacramento State, they got a lot of NIL money. They're seeking to make the jump from FCS to FBS. They are putting a lot of money into renovating their stadium. I wouldn't be surprised to see him make that move. If they're looking to get paid, Sacramento State definitely, I feel, will be willing to somewhat meet Nico and his contract demands, whoever is representing him in between. UCLA, they need a quarterback right now. Just joining the Big Ten a year ago, they were one of the worst teams in the conference. I could see him, going back home. If USC doesn't want you, why not play for the team right down the street from USC and the Bruins? It makes a lot of sense to me. But to say that, these players are always in the right to chase the bag, I kind of got to disagree with that. Chasing money doesn't help put you in the best situation to develop. And leaving your school with the season just around the corner is a lame duck situation for Nico. And hitting the transfer portal to find a better situation is one thing. Guys like Michael Penix, Bo Nix, and Jaden Daniels, when they transferred, it wasn't to seek a big payday. It was to find the school that gave them the best chance to improve their draft stock so they could make it to the next level. Cam Ward, he only got a big payday when he decided to hit the NFL draft, but he came back because Miami said, look, if you come back for one more season, you got an opportunity to maybe become a first-round pick, and we're going to give you a lot of money to do so. So Cam Ward, while he was seeking an opportunity to elevate and improve his draft stock, he happened to get a big bag to go along with it. He wasn't in the portal bag shopping, if this is what you want to call it. And this is the first NIL situation that's probably going to be one of many. Expect to see many other players attempt this same negotiation tactic, and it's going to work out in the favor of a few, and it's not going to work out for some guys like Nico Iamaleava. He didn't really have the leverage that he thought he had due to his pops not really being all that informed with how college football works, knowing that his son didn't really play that good. If Nico was a Heisman contender or a Heisman finalist and he was balling out last year, he definitely would have got what he was asking for. But in this situation, Josh Heupel pretty much said, go kick rocks, my dude, F off. We'll find a replacement. We run the air raid offense where we manufacture quarterback production anyway. Josh Heupel got the most out of Joe Milton. He made Hendon Hooker a Heisman finalist. He very well could do the same with whoever else he still has on the roster, or if they choose to add another quarterback via the portal. But I don't see Nico getting that $4 million that he's seeking. Maybe he gets $3 million. That's the most I see him making, but he's putting himself in a really bad situation with the season only 3-4 months away. You're going to have to pretty much reteach yourself how to play quarterback when you leave the air raid offense and go to a different offense. It's just not one that you can just make that leap overnight and just pick up where you left off